I don't think Ghana is for everybody.
There is a lot of pros, a lot of cons. I think we really romanticize Ghana, which is fine, but we had to learn the ins and outs. We had to learn who was our friend, who wasn't.
Latitude 0, longitude 0. Speaking from the center of the world, Ghana. This is where we are. This is the center of Pan-Africanism. Moving black people forward, uniting us on the same platform, telling the stories that concerns us. Boom! Zo TV talking points. Do not change the dial. Stay tuned.
Boom, 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 boom. Boom, 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 boom. Yes. Greetings to everybody. Greetings, greetings, greetings to everybody. Greetings to our viewers and greetings to people who have just chanced on our channel and trying to find what is it about this channel. This is Zo TV channel out of Ghana. And we are here making sure that you can get the right information from the motherland. I don't have a guest today. My guest is my audience. And I am going to share light on some things that has been bothering the minds of most diasporans and most Africans. I am here to just let you know that if you've been part of the social media world, you will realize that Ghana has been trending for a while in terms of country to visit in Africa. 54 countries in Africa, and it looks like Ghana is the hub for most diasporans. Let's watch this video. Is Ghana overly hyped? Is Ghana the ish? Or Ghana is just something that, people have just been talking about and everybody wants to just jump on the wagon and come to Ghana. Watch these videos and see what other people think about Ghana.
You can't first time in Africa, and you know I had to run into this guy right here. Hey, Kyle, let me tell you something. Everybody in America is watching my timeline. Tell all the black folks why they should come to Ghana, Africa, period.
Hello, good people. I am Leslie Jones here with
Jay Cameron. That's right.
Yep. Folks, we have bad news. We have people impersonating us, using our images, creating emails to sell land in Ghana. And we want to let you know, for me personally, I am no longer affiliated with anyone selling land in Ghana, and I have no recommendations for you. Now, Jay, on the other hand.
Well, I have no recommendations either, and I'm not selling any land.
But today's video is going to be about why I left Africa, because a lot of you have emailed me or been in the comments and said, like, Anton, we miss you. Why did you leave Africa? Where are you? All that good stuff. So I'm back in the United States, and I'm at home here in Arizona. And yeah, anyways, let's go ahead and get right into the video.
Today, I was scrolling on YouTube. I came across a video from fellow YouTuber here in Uganda, Diasporae. And she's a very familiar face here on this channel. In fact, she's been here on the Repat podcast right here in our studio. But she has a very interesting video that she posted just a few days ago called Black Americans Forced to Leave Africa. Now, of course, our channel is called Kinganda, and it focuses on the relationships of these two countries to the diaspora. And most topics on this channel are about the diaspora surviving and living in Africa. Unfortunately, not everybody makes it, and some people are forced to go back home. But in the context of her video, she has a very interesting clip of a person who was in Tanzania, glad they left Tanzania, never wanted to return to Tanzania. Let's check it out.
The reason I left Tanzania. Okay, so the number one reason why I left Tanzania is because I was getting scammed numerous times. Was I scammed?
In America, my name is Crystal Taylor, and I was born and raised in East St. Louis, Illinois, and currently live in the south suburbs of Chicago. but just now today I have been given my Ghanaian name of Adwa Mansa. It's Adwa Mansa. Mansa. Adwa Mansa. Adwa Mansa.
People typically can't make it in Africa are the people who haven't planned and they don't have anything to offer here. Wherever you were in America, it doesn't matter. Or in London. You're somewhere else new. You don't know anything. Don't think whatever you learned before it matters here. It don't. You have to relearn everything. Okay? And you have to be an idiot now. Like you don't know nothing. You're in a new place. So you're going to be building your reputation from scratch. This is a 5 to 10 year plan if you've never been here. Can you put 10 years of your life doing this? It'll change your life forever if you can. But can you? If you're not willing to do it, don't start anything here. If you can't commit 10 to 15 years of your life doing it. 5 minimum.
Anyway, go to the comment section. You have been to Ghana before, or you have been to other places before? Just tell us what you think. Tell us what you think about Ghana. Yeah, my big question today that goes out there to a lot of people who are making plans to come to Africa. I want to know, what country should you visit as a diasporan? What country in Africa should you visit as a diasporan? Now, it's 54 countries, so you choose one. Okay. What is your purpose of visit? Do you want to visit Africa as a tourist? Or do you want to visit Africa for your ancestral connections? I think you probably understand where I am going. Do you want to visit Africa as a tourist? Just like anybody else that could move from Spain or could come from France or come from Denmark or come from any other part of the world and visit Africa as a tourist? Or do you want to visit Africa to have a bigger understanding of your ancestral connection? This is the big question you want to ask yourself when you want to make move to Africa. If you want to visit Africa as part of your ancestral connections, as a diasporan, then I will tell you that whether Ghana is the age, whether Ghana has been overly hyped or not, Ghana is the place for you to visit for your ancestral connections. If you disagree with me, I am very happy to hear from you too. Put it on the comment section. Tell us what you think, and everybody will be willing to listen. This is a learning platform. We all don't have everything in our head. We just happen to be able to have some part of the knowledge that we want to share to enlighten our brothers and sisters in the diaspora who are wanting or willing to visit or to move to Africa. Ghana is the place for the ancestral connections. If you want to do all the touristy stuff, then yes, you can research and then do or go to other places where you can just do all the touristy stuff. But for ancestral connection, Ghana is the place. Why Ghana is the best destination for this ancestral connection? One, let me throw light on the history of slavery, particularly the transatlantic slave trade. We call it the transatlantic slave trade because the Atlantic Ocean is right here. Almost every diasporan, being it in North America, Central America, South America, and some part of Europe, all Africans or black folks in that part of the world were forcibly removed from the West African coastline to that new world. And therefore, if you are coming from that part of the world and you are looking for your ancestral connection, then it makes sense that Ghana is going to be on your list. And it's going to be the number one on your list. Why is it number one on your list? It is number one on your list because the transatlantic slave trade, Ghana is the main hub of the transatlantic slave trade. We have about 16 countries in West Africa where slavery took place. But the main hub, which is the main gate where our people left from the African land, is Ghana. So the first European building on the coastline of Africa is Elmina Dungeon. Some people say Elmina Castle, but I like to say Elmina Dungeon. That is the first building on the West African coastline, 1482. So if you want to move to Africa, or if you want to visit Africa and you want to see yourself having to be able to be part of that story, then Ghana is your destination. I'm not saying that people shouldn't visit other African countries, but these are the facts that you can't take away. When you move or when you visit other African countries where they don't have the slavery story, your ancestral root is very disconnected. So yes, you like to go visit or move to a country called Mauritania in Africa, or a country called Libya in Africa, or a country called Tanzania in Africa. As a diasporan coming from Colombia or from Brazil or from St. Lucia or from Jamaica or from Trinidad. But the story is, there hasn't been any transatlantic slave trade from Tanzania to the Americas, from Tanzania to Europe. And therefore what's going to happen is you will be looking for something that is not present in that country. The monumental representation of slavery history in West Africa can be found in Ghana, in Gambia, in Senegal, in Nigeria, in Benin, somewhere in Cameroon, getting down to Congo, then when you go down a little bit to Angola. These are the places that have the story. But the biggest monument that you can actually see as an empirical evidence to show that yes, our people were taken from here to the New World, those monuments are in Ghana. Ghana alone has about 88 forts and two main dungeons, which is Elmina Dungeon and Cape Coast Dungeon. This is the reason why it looks like every diasporan will like or comes to Ghana. It is not because we stand out too different from other 54 countries in Africa. It is because of the history. And so if you are coming for an ancestral connection, you're coming for history, or you wanting to find who you are, where you've come from, where your ancestors come from, then this is your destination. But if you are wanting to go to other African countries because you want to see some animal life, then you are looking to the eastern part of Africa. Maybe you go to Uganda, you go to Kenya for the wildlife. But if you are talking about your connections, then this is where you will have to come to. A lot of people haven't done this connection much, and then they move to other African countries trying to find the same story over there. Let's not forget, the history of slavery itself on the continent has not been so much put together in our history books very well. So within the African continent, not many Africans even know about the transatlantic slave trade. So brothers and sisters on the other side don't know much about us, and we also don't know much about them. So when you come to Africa, what you need to remember is, as much as you have so many people who are very shallow on the other end, there are many people who are very shallow too over here. We have not been able to see our distant cousins as brothers and sisters because the history has not been told to us. You have to spend your time, expand your own knowledge by researching to actually get the details of transatlantic slave trade. And if you don't research much on it, and you wake up and you pack your bags, and you come to Africa thinking that because you are in Africa, any part of Africa that you are, people will see you to be a brother, people will see you to be a sister. I am very sorry that is not going to be, that is not how it is, because we haven't spent much time to educate ourselves. 54 countries in Africa, our history starts from when Europeans came to Africa. We have not been able to do much research work and share information across board for people to understand why black people are coming from America, why black people are coming back from Brazil, why black people are coming back from Suriname, why black people are coming back from, you know, how do you call it, Venezuela. We haven't spent time to research and to put it in our books. So when you move from wherever you are moving from and you come to the continent, don't expect that every Tom, Dick and Harry on the road will understand why you are here. We'll come back again. I leave it here for now, but I'll come back again. Boom.
Zoe TV Talking Points. Do not change the dial. Stay tuned.